Welcome to the future.
Who's this clown?
Not clown. Joker.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Nobody tampers with the equipment except Tony Stark.
Good idea.
United, the Avengers are strong.
Hawkeye, hands off.
Fool! Have you forgotten my invincible magnetic power?
Not this time, Magneto.
My mutant brain senses danger.
Something unseen is slowly spreading its poison, edging tempers.
Think carefully before you do this.
You filthy criminals.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
God.
Yeah, the other way around. What up, YouTube? It is the Two Fat Guys Pull List episode issue 136.
Oh.
We're live. What up, John? What up, Jaden? Welcome all. What? Are you okay?
Sorry. I didn't have chat up.
Also, chat, let me know. How do I sound? I want to make sure my levels
Does it sound like
good.
a jabroni?
No, because 2 shows ago I was blown out, and it was because I messed with like a little cord here. And
I
don't.
thought you meant you got blown out. Like,
I mean, you know. Anyway, welcome to episode 136 of Two Fat Guys Pull List. We are live. There are no storms in the area. The sun is still up. We should be good, right? Like we should be fine. And yes, happy Father's Day to everyone, to all the fathers.
All the fathers.
That's me, and that's you.
All the videos.
So it's such a throwaway holiday, though. Like it's such an afterthought. Like
I got Rangers tickets out of it, so I'm good.
I got Street Fighter 6.
That's pretty cool.
And a bunch of mangas. But anyway, we'll get to that. Anyway, welcome, and let's talk about our show sponsors. Get through the business, and then we'll start the show. So we have our show's sponsor, which is Collected Comics and Games here in the DFW area. That is the LCS that me and Nate frequent and love, and it is our home base for comics and everything nerddom. So if you're in the DFW area, we'd love for you to go check out Collected Comics and Games. There are 2 locations, soon to be 3. One in Fort Worth, one in Keller, and one soon to be in Irving. And the progression of that store is looking really kick-ass. I'm definitely going to go check that out. It would be so cool if we actually did like a live there. Like if we set up a show.
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be dope? I mean, I know the logistics of that would be hard, but that would be sick. So maybe we'll check that out. Anyway, yeah, so that's our show's sponsor. Also, yeah, they've got a website called brainycomics.com. And we'd love for you to go over to brainycomics.com. Over there, you can head on over there and do some online shopping. You can get exclusive and variant covers, bundles, bad idea books, new comics, mystery bags, back issues, graphic novels, games, toys and collectibles, and even trading cards. It is an amazing site where you can do a little bit of shopping. But when you do your shopping, and if you do some shopping over there, what we'd like for you to do is when it's done. This is only on my end. What? Is my audio bad? Oh.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to you? Okay. After you get done doing some shopping, putting some stuff in your cart, before you check out, what we would love for you to do is head on over to the search bar and type in Two Fat Guys Pull List, right? And when you type that in, this is what's going to pop up. A upgrade and premium upgrade with our faces on it. And what you do is you put this into your cart. And when you put it in your cart, you're going to spend $8 if you do the first one, the regular upgrade. And if you do the premium for $15, you get 2 mystery exclusive covers. So if you do the regular upgrade, you get 1. In the premium, you get 2. I'm all thrown off here. Anyway, and you're probably asking yourself, well, what does that upgrade get me? And John, you know, because we saw it, we showed it on the last show before our power went out. You get some cool stuff, but basically you get a chance to win one of these exclusive variant covers here on the front page and or some of the past ones. And if you notice, most of these covers are worth about $15. So if you do the regular upgrade for $8, you're already getting a deal. You're getting a deal steal. But if you do the premium, you're getting a killer deal with that because you're getting... Say what? Oh, what's up, Holden? Yep. So yeah, head on over to BradyComics.com, do a little bit of shopping. Make sure to put one of those upgrades in your cart and then check out. And then what we would love for you to do is if you do it, let us know on social, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram, and let us know that you ordered it and then tag us with a photo of what you got. John's already done it. He looks like he walked away with some pretty kick-ass books. You got that World Tree cover. So check it out. Love for you to go to BradyComics.com and do a little bit of shopping. Help us support our show's sponsor, Collected Comics and Games. All right, the other piece of business. I don't think we have any other business. I think we can go straight to the show, right? Because nothing significant has happened to this channel, right? Like nothing.
Captain Marvel or what?
Is it Captain Marvel? I think we're starting with ASM, but I don't think anything like seismic.
Right. I forgot about that. But...
Right. Nothing seismic, nothing of significance that we usually talk about at the beginning of the show has happened. So, I don't think chat's not saying anything, so I think we're good, right? Like, I don't think we have to talk about anything else. I think we can just start. Oh, no, I wanted to talk about what extra stuff we have this week before we start the show. That's right.
Okay.
So I got some mangas for Father's Day and some other stuff that I got, throughout the week. So the 3 mangas I got are Sakimito's Days, which is about a store clerk who used to
Please
be
stop trying to be authentic in your pronunciation.
Whatever, dude. It's about a store clerk who used to be like the world's top assassin, but now he has a corner store and he's retired. But the assassin world isn't letting him retire.
Where did the titties come in?
I don't know yet. I haven't read it yet, but I'm sure there's some titties in there.
Okay.
So there's that one.
Yeah.
Then we've got Otaku Elf, which is about a 1,000-year-old elf who wants to just stay in the real world and play video games and eat snacks.
I mean, who can blame them?
It's pretty cool. Then I got The Invincible Shovel. I don't know. Look cool.
The Invincible Shovel.
Yep. Unearth Adventure. Alan is an ordinary miner. He is the greatest miner in the... Or no, I'm sorry. He is no ordinary miner. He is the greatest miner in the world thanks to a shovel that can shoot lasers and level mountains. After scooping up a princess in distress, Alan finds himself drawn into a quest to save her kingdom. Dig out your common sense and dive into the land of shovels and sorcery, where a spade is not a spade, but an invincible weapon like no other. The Invincible Shovel. Sounds pretty cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So I got that. And then the last 2 things I picked up today from Boom Studios, the hardcover of Flavor Girls, which is something I've been wanting to pick up. It says if you're a fan of Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura, and the Power Rangers, you'll enjoy this new series. Super stoked about this. Missed the floppies. I'm a huge fan of Sailor Moon, so yep, did it. And then non-graphic novels, non-comics, non-manga, I picked up the Creative Act Way of Being by Rick Rubin. So I will be reading this shortly. I'm very excited to read it. So,
all right, nice.
But that's my stuff. What's your stuff?
Okay. I got a couple things. So, I went ahead and picked up the black and white copy of Something's Killing the Children #1. So it's like a reprinting of #1 featuring art and commentary by Werther Dell'Edera, and Tinian also does an introduction to this as well.
Okay.
I believe talking about how him and Dell'Edera got together on the book, and it's really, really nice. They used some really nice clean stock paper on this, and it just looks really good. And there's commentary on every single page. So I'm gonna save this for a time that I just feel like jumping back into the beginning of the story or something. I didn't get this week, but I got the frame this week. So anyone that pays attention to me even a little bit on the show or at the shop knows that I'm a huge Joe Mullen fan, the greatest of all of the Green Lanterns of all time. Highly underutilized character. Well, one day, Lee at the store was like, yo, I got the perfect thing for you. And she put this aside for me. Boom.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I got the frame today.
Nice.
She's looking real nice. Yeah, she's looking real nice.
That's dope, dude.
That's gonna go up on the wall, and then we'll actually talk about my last one at the end of the show quickly, but John suggested or questioned whether we were going to be getting Night Fever, the new book by Brubaker and Phillips. I did get it, and I loved it.
Oh yeah.
So, not fair to call this the pick of the week since it's like a standalone graphic novel.
I mean, it can be,
but I'm not going to. But it
Okay.
was very good. It was very good.
Okay. All right. Well,
That's
that's
all I
cool.
got.
All right. That's all you got. All right. Well, again, I don't think we have anything else to talk about. Nothing significant has happened to this channel. I don't think any
But
numbers.
they don't care. These guys are weirdos, and they actually are here because they want to listen to us, not because they're trying to get free shit from you.
Fine. We hit 850 subscribers. I was waiting for somebody to be like, congrats, you hit 850. We hit 850 subscribers. If you need proof, we're going to go straight to the analytics page. Hold on. Let me see. 850 subscribers. As you can see, we kind of did this. But now we're finally up. So we have hit 850. So I'm going to keep to my word. We are giving away some slabs tonight. We're giving away the 850 slab, and then we're giving away a cool bonus slab. So let's go ahead and talk about those slabs while we're here. First off, tonight, the one that we were going to give away when we hit 850 is the CBCS graded 9.8 Green Lantern #1 store or retail incentive. So this is finally going out the door, guys. So just to let you know, and I will say it throughout the show, please comment in chat. The way to enter now, to officially enter, or not officially enter, but to get into this, because you guys are already subbed, is type in the chat. You only got to type in once, and then I'll put your name in a spinny wheel. So we're giving away that tonight. And then the other, big guy that we're giving away tonight, and there's a potential that this character could make it big here soon with the whole, DC, changing, and there might be, Gunn might go back and say, what new characters can we bring in? But anyway, we're giving away this CBCS graded 9.8 Batman 106 first cameo appearance of a Miracle Molly. So we're also giving this away because we hit 850 by tonight's show, keeping to my word. So we are giving away 2 slabs tonight, guys. So make sure to get everybody in here. If you know anybody that's not on right now that like, hey, get your ass over here. Like, you got to get in the chat because you're going to win. And then obviously let's talk about it. Now, we're only 150 subscribers away, guys, from giving away this original Sin-Tine Amazing Spider-Man #4 9.8 CBCS graded first appearance of Silk. Okay, guys, 150. That's really not that many people. So let's hit it. Let's give this away. Can we do it before the summer is over? Can we do it before October? I think we can.
Before October. Man, I'd really like to.
Wouldn't that be nice? By October, we hit 1,000 subs. That'd be insane. Only 150. It's not like we're, and we're also giving away something at 950. Let me go ahead and get that out because now we got to start.
I don't even remember what that is.
We got to start talking about that. It's a cool one.
Oh, they're all cool.
All right, you know what? We're gonna.
Oh God, is it your butt, dude? You gonna show your butt?
Would you shut up? Okay. Nope, not that one. Not that one. I can't do that one.
Oh.
All right, here we go, guys.
Okay.
We're gonna pick. We're gonna pick right now.
Oh, is chat gonna pick or?
I'm gonna let chat pick, and I think I know which one they're gonna give. They're gonna want.
Okay.
So, for 950 subscribers, we're either gonna give away this CBCS graded 9.8 King in Black spoiler variant. It's a Ryan Stegman.
I can't see it.
Can't see that? You can't see that?
I don't know why I can't see what it is.
Chat, can you see that?
Like, bam.
Yeah, it's right there. Can you not see that?
It just literally, I see King in Black and then I see boom, boom.
Whoa, that's weird. Well, we're giving that away. I can see it on the chat.
Maybe it's my computer. I don't know.
You suck, dude. Anyway, we can either give that away at 950 subscribers, or
okay, I can see it on the feed. Or
okay, so it's a yellow. So it's something signed. Okay, it's a yellow, right? Okay,
it's yellow.
It's a yellow, and it's a 9.8.
Oh God!
It is a Thor #1 signed by Donny Cates.
Oh man, no, dummy. Not that
Why
one.
am I- What?
Especially not now. Donnie might not ever be doing like events again.
I shouldn't give this away.
I'm actually being serious and not trying to deploy this as part of the show. You would be a dummy for giving that one away. Please put it back.
It's a Klein sketch cover too.
I'm
What? What?
I just told you what.
What? Why shouldn't I give it away?
Because Donnie
Do
is
I not-
probably never doing conventions again. Like he's probably
Okay.
that will make it that much more rare.
But it's just sitting in my room. Like, don't you think somebody else deserves it? No? Chat, should I give this away? I guess not. Nate's telling me no. I'm seriously, like, I'll give it away.
If it'll make you happy, you gonna give it away.
Crazy, man. I wouldn't if I were you. I mean, yeah, you know, he'll credit. Here's the stipulation. We're going to give away this. Okay, we're going to give away this King in Black Stegman spoiler variant at 950. That was what we were doing. Save for 2000. It's not a bad idea.
There you go, John. There you go.
All right, John, fine. We'll give it away at 2000. All right, you guys talked me off the edge. All right, we're giving this away at 950. What I was going to say is if we can hit 1,000, I'm sorry. If we can hit 950 by next week. So if we can hit 950 by next week, I will give that away.
I think that's fair. That's fair.
Because I don't think we'll do it.
Well, we won't.
Okay, here you go. So we're pulling it out of the vault. If we can hit 950 subscribers by next show, I will give this away. If we do not hit 950 by next show, then we will give this away at 2,000 subscribers. Okay? Does that feel okay? Well, I guess not. I guess Nate's pissed. So pissed.
No. You're good. I was trying to. Jaden said, "What about the Wolverine comic?" And I want to make sure because I think I still have it.
Do you have it? I think I had it.
You might have it.
No, he's talking about that Wolverine #1 that I gave away that nobody claimed.
Oh yeah.
We'll hold that one off for 1,000. I think I'll make that as a stipulation to hit 1,000. So here's the gauntlet. We're giving away tonight the two that we said we're giving away. At 950, we're giving this away. Okay. And if we hit 950 by next show, we'll be giving away this Thor #1 Klein sketch signed by Donnie Cates. If we can give it away, if we can hit by 950 by next week. If we don't, I'll put it away in the vault and we will hold it for 2,000. And then for 1,000, you know what we're giving away, and then I'll put that stipulation on that Wolverine #1 that nobody claimed for 1,000. So that is the deal. Saving it for 2,000 is wise. It's a spicy meatball. I agree. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and see what we got in. I'm gonna switch to the wheel really quick so you guys can see who's already on there. And I think I have everybody. Holden, Jaden, yeah, Patty. I think I have everybody's name that's currently in the chat. So again, if you're new or you're already subbed and you haven't said anything in the chat, you can even say hi or a thumbs up. That'll get you entered into getting one of the slabs. So make sure that you do that throughout the show. I will remind everybody as we go and move along. All right, let's go ahead and start the show.
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to kick off the show with Amazing Spider-Man issue #7 from Wells and McGinnis. I know that you were off of this book and you weren't, and I think you said you read a little bit of it and then you were done. I liked it. It felt, in my opinion, it felt genuine. It felt like a really good Spider-Man comic, and it was a breath of fresh air with not Junior on the book.
Not what I was expecting. Oh God.
Not what I was like. My reaction, or
yeah. Your intensity. I just was not expecting any sort of positivity from this.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I guess maybe I just am too biased by my own distaste for where we're at with this that I just don't know there's any coming back. I think we should probably just wrap it up, move on, and pretend like this never happened. If I'm being honest, I think we should probably just like bring somebody in, retcon the whole thing. Like Peter just goes, "Whoa, what? It was a bad dream," and then just pretend like it never happened.
Well, I mean,
so it's really hard for me to get into issues like this.
yeah, I guess I can see what you're saying there, but like, for me, and you could be completely right, because like what this issue doesn't do is address, outside of Kamala Khan's death. Spoiler, sorry. It doesn't really address anything with Mary Jane, or you know what I mean. It's kind of like they kind of threw that in there, and so I guess as a criticism, yeah. But overall, I thought I liked it. So FW says, so is Junior officially off the book, or is it just? I think it's just a temporary change. He's going to be back, and I think that's when I'm getting off. I don't know. This to me felt it was reminiscent of the 2-issue break we had with Dodson, obviously because we were dealing with Black Cat, and I like the interaction. Like I like Black Cat's involvement. I like the way she's, how she's just kind of like the tail of the cat, essentially. You know what I mean? She's just kind of flinging around and having fun, whereas the front of the cat is just all business. Spidey's all business. So
right.
I genuinely liked it, and I didn't really have a problem with Doc Ock. I mean, he's a classic bad guy. I think if there's anything that's off-putting about the book is that we're not getting more McGinnis after this arc. We're going straight back to June Jr. And like Grayson said, like no more. Like I just don't. It's time. It's time for him to go. Or just, I don't know. I don't want to say it's time for him to go. I just don't think he needs to be doing interiors anymore. Do covers, Yeah. Put all of your time and effort to, sorry, I'm typing in names. Put all your time and effort into a cover. Okay? Or an announcement that so and so is coming back to write so and so. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that I think is more fitting for him. That's me though.
No, I very much agree.
All right, let's get to chat here. Patty says about Donnie, I did hear he was supposed to be at Fan Expo in Toronto. I'm probably going to that if I finish my car. Maybe I should take some Kate's books with me. That's probably a good idea.
You really should.
Joe, hey guys, I actually liked this issue. It's a setup issue, but it did its job for a book released twice a month. I agree. I can't drive or fly all the way up to Canada from Texas, but hope everyone going has a nice time meeting Donnie. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I'm in for this arc, and then I think I'm like I put in our pulls for whenever, and I didn't pull the book, like the next book with Ramit on. I didn't pull it. I was just done. I'm out. So.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I'll probably pick up the Tombstone issue, just to kind of see if he does anything with that. But I don't know. At this point, we're talking that's August 9th. So
it's exhausting because the book does come out twice a month, and if the story's not driving or if the artwork's not driving, then what's the point? And it. For a minute there, it was bad. Joe, R.I.P. Yeah, Junior, Senior. Yeah,
he passed on Monday.
That does suck, though. I that's unfortunate, and that's a big guy and that's a big legend. So, Holden, I'm sticking with ASM for a long haul, but I'm a sucker. I'm kind of like I'm
not a sucker, man. If that's what you like, that's what you like.
No, yeah,
it's I hope for everyone's sake that's doing that. I really hope that it turns around. I would love to be sitting here in December going, damn, I'm scrambling trying to find these back issues to fill in the run, so because I have holes in it because I was totally wrong and I didn't pick these issues up.
Right.
Nothing would make me happier than that. So
yeah, for sure. All right, well we'll leave it at that. We'll leave ASM at that.
Leave it.
All right, let's go to Captain Marvel issue number 50. The final issue in Thompson's run with phenomenal interiors from Pena.
Yes.
I thought the back end though was quite disrupting. I didn't like that, but a majority of the issue was Pena, and I fucking loved it. let me just get this right off the bat so we can just clear the air.
Okay.
I have I don't know if it's a criticism or if it's just an observation.
Okay.
But I just never know what to really expect with a final issue. Like, I have an expectation, but I don't necessarily know what that expectation is. So whenever I read a final issue of a run, I usually am always left kind of going like, oh, well, that was okay. I mean, it was good. I mean, sure. But I'm never like, whoa, you know what I mean? And that if there was any criticism about the issue, is that the way the run ends just felt very generic. And I understand, like, excuse me. At the end of the day, we're ending a run. You're not really, I wouldn't say you're leaving the door open for the next writer, because in this book, it didn't really feel like we were leaving a door open for the next writer. It was just kind of like, and we're done, you know? But I guess that's the expectation, is like, to me, and I'm sure it's a completely unattainable, unrealistic expectation. But let's take Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk ending. He ends in control, right? He ends happy and he starts his life anew. And then we immediately go to Donny Cates and turmoil, bullshit, right? And so the expectation of these two things lining up isn't real. And I think that's something that... Oh, you're frozen. That sucks. I was like, man, you're being really still. I guess the expectation... That's an unattainable expectation. And that's unfortunate, because like I wish that it would. And I'm not saying that expectation's here, but I did feel like the ending for this book was a little flat. Just a tiny bit flat.
See, I didn't feel the same. I felt like with where we were at and the way that this book has been designed, this book has been very to be 2 5-issue arcs and then a wrap, and then like a catch them up, plug everything in, let it all fix together, one issue by itself. And we did that for 50 issues and it worked really well. And so we just finished 2 big arcs back to back, and then now here we are with our final 1 issue, 1 off, wrap them up, put everything together, except now we're going to do that with all 10 arcs that are in our past instead of just, the past 2. And it really felt like a good way for Kelly Thompson to at least put her 2 cents in on what highlight what she did well in her run, what she was proud of in her run. I thought it stood out well. I would not say that this is it's not even in the top 10 of the issues of the run. There were obviously much better issues, but I would say overall I was pleased. I felt like I got my $4 worth out of it, especially with the painting art. It was really good.
Oh my God.
We'll just pretend like the magic stuff didn't happen. Not to offend Lopez, but it's hard when you're put up against a big boy.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And yeah, I don't know. I think you're right too, and I think probably putting expectations that this is going to fit comfortably with Lissa Wong's #1 is probably not right, but I don't really give a shit because now we know that Alyssa Wong is taking the book over or getting her own version.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Here's what I'll say right here. Joe, you say Captain Marvel's run is really good, but is it me or did Kelly Thompson play it safe? How do you get 50 issues and not have an event or elevate Carol? Seems like she never tried to break the mold. I'll counter that respectively with the Brood event, the mini event that crossed over into the X-Men books. Again, what is the one thing that we bitch about the most? And it is unnecessary events. Yes. And I just don't know if it was necessary for her to have her own event. And it's kind of like, if you know, you know. I think it was the more of the attitude for Captain Marvel. And some of the arcs felt like mini events. Like when she went into the future and she was fighting the son of Namor, like that shit was huge. That was a really good arc. When she was fighting the Avengers and she was taking all their powers, like all the stuff that they had out there. No, not all their powers. She was capturing them because of Vox Supreme. Like that felt epic and huge. She turned into a nuclear bomb at the end of the Brood thing. Like she did some big things. In Binary kind of being brought back and then taken away, I thought was a big deal, but it does suck that she was taken away. You know, I think they could have really done something cool with that character and spinned off to have her either a mini or something. But I just don't know if she necessarily needed to have a big breakout event. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, because like you look at Spider-Man, we just had Dark Web and that shit was a waste of time. Like it just felt like a waste of time, even though there was some seismic shift, right? Like now, what's her name? Madeline Pryor is more acceptable in society, and Ben Reilly's now in limbo and woe is me. But other than that, like it just felt like a total waste of time. And I would have hate for that kind of feeling to happen to this book because it's so good. I don't know. What do you think?
I think, personally, I think her lack of an event is probably what makes me look back at the run so fondly, because I don't remember any sort of muddled event that was stumbled upon. I would even go so far as to say that Devil's Reign probably is going to end up being the weakest spot of the Chip Chichetto run. Even though I would not say it was an overall bad event. I think it's probably going to be the biggest sore spot, and that doesn't exist for this run. And I would also say that I think Kelly did a really good job whenever she was pushed into events, and god dang was she pushed into some events. Now it makes sense, like Captain Marvel being involved in everything makes sense. I mean, she's one of the most powerful superheroes we have. She's on the Avengers, like she's gonna be involved a lot. But I mean, literally, we got one of her best supporting characters was her sister that we got from a tie-in to Empire. So I don't know. I understand that assessment, but I would say that I personally I think this was a full throttle run to me. I think there was a lot of action, a lot of fun, and I think if you just take in the MCU perspective of the way that she impacted the MCU from the perspective of this run, she did some really good shit.
Mm-hmm. And like I am going to make it my mission to find the first, I think it's 10 issues or 11 issues. I don't remember where I jumped on. I missed the first 2 arcs, so I guess the first 10 issues. Because I want it. Like I want a complete run of Captain Marvel from Kelly Thompson and not in album form.
Did I say Dark Web? I meant Devil's Reign. Sorry.
I think I said Dark Web.
Okay.
Yeah, Dark Web was entertaining. You can't
Dark Web was awesome. Yeah.
He was. I just like we knew going into Dark Web that it was gonna be a shit show, and it was. Like, we really shouldn't be talking about that, but like, this is an X-Men Spider-Man event, and the whole time we were like, why is this an X-Men Spider-Man event? You know what I mean? Like, it was just, it felt so forced. The real lowest point on Zdarsky's DD was Goofy Nonsensical King in Black tie-in issue for some reason had a narrative impact on what happened in the Daredevil run. That's crazy to me. I mean, I don't remember that, but I either. The main issues of the Dark of King in Black were good. Everything else that was forced into it, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, I would just hate for her to have gotten an event and everyone was forced to write something for it, or she was forced to write narratives from other books that just didn't fit, and so she got to play in her sandbox and play with the toys that she wanted to. And so, yeah, did she get to go into the X-Men thing? Yeah, but her and Gary Jerry it wasn't like water and oil. It flowed really well. So
just to give a perspective, at least my perspective, because John asked, does she make? I mean, she obviously made the 50 issue club, but does she deserve it? Because only Ewing, Aaron, and her have recently done it. And I would say, and I haven't read Immortal Hulk. I've only read like the first 6 issues, and then I heard you commentary on like 30 through 50. But I just from other people's perspective on Immortal Hulk, I would say Immortal Hulk is here. I would say Captain Marvel is here, and I would say Jason Aaron's is down here. I would say that Kelly deserves the 50 issues she got quadruple 10 billion times more than Aaron did. Aaron should have been ripped off that book at issue 30.
I mean, it got drawn out. It got, and we've said that it got way drawn out.
I definitely do think she deserves.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. How many times did Kelly Thompson's run get brought into someone else's event?
That is a good question. I'm actually going to find out right now. I'm interested.
Chip Zdarsky's run has been great.
Okay, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna call them out as I got it. So we've got War of the Realms. She gets pulled in 2 issues there. Empire, she gets pulled in for 4 issues. Let's see, Judgment Day, and it looks like that might be it. 4 times.
What up, Scott? Welcome to the show. I don't know if you noticed or if you knew, but we are in the middle of a giveaway. We hit 850 subscribers, and we're giving away 2 slabs. So thank you for getting involved in the chat. You have been entered into the spinny wheel of giveaways. So stay tuned. I'm giving away slabs at the end of the show. And if you win, I'll just drop off the slab and put it in your pool. Be great.
There you go. 7. I'm sorry, I'm counting the actual issues.
No, you're good.
8, 9. Looks like 9 of her 50 issues were tie-ins.
Wow. Well, there it is. There's the number. All right, let's keep moving. Yeah. Immortal Hulk beat the Batman sales for months. Everyone was talking about Immortal Hulk. It was that, it was good.
Yeah, it was.
It was good.
I just meant like I wasn't reading it at the time.
All right, let's jump over to Cosmic Ghost Rider issue number 4321 Duel. Got me. I was really, I wouldn't say worried. I just didn't know how Stephanie Phillips was going to figure out this whole 2 Ghost Riders. Well, apparently there's more than 2. So we get a flashback in this book, essentially showing Ghost Frank, doing his rider thing and judging people. And in the middle of a judgment, he gets sucked into a black hole. And in that black hole, his personalities split. And so that's what happened. We have multiple Ghost Riders because he has been literally his subconscious, his conscious, all of everything has been taken out of his body. So I'm not sure what version that we've been dealing with, what emotion or what subconscious that is of him. But essentially the issue ends and we find out that there are at least 7 cosmic Ghost Riders in the universe. And most of them are trapped in a black hole with these 2 main ones out, but then Frank gets sucked back in and finds this out. That's essentially this issue in a nutshell. And I love it. I like that concept because I really didn't know how we were going to justify there being another Ghost Rider and who it was. Well, it turns out it was actually Frank. It's just a version of Frank that is ruthless, is just straight up banana pants. And it kind of makes sense, right? Because when you read this issue, when you read this up to 4, the Frank that we're following is very reserved and is not insane and hasn't been driven to insanity because he's not only a Ghost Rider, but he's a cosmic herald of Galactus. The dude isn't right in the noggin. So this explanation, I think, is way cooler than what my unforeseen expectation was. So I liked it. And John, you're right. Stephanie Phillips is killing it with this. And what this does for me is says, okay, I want more Cosmic Ghost Rider stories. I think he deserves it. Because this is a really clever way of writing a new story for him. And I think it's what Stephanie Phillips is doing is showing that Donny Cates, even though there's been other people that have written Cosmic Ghost Rider, to me, this proves that this character can be written multiple times by other authors in a really well done way, and it doesn't have to be Donny driven. Now, obviously, we would love for Donny to come back and write Cosmic Ghost Rider. I think the dude's done with comics. It sounds like I think he's just done, or at least done with Marvel. So we may never get that. So we'll have to wait and see if we can. I think this proves that Donny Cates characters can be written well, and Stephanie Phillips is doing a great job on that. Who I'd love to see write Cosmic Ghost Rider now? Alyssa Wong. I mean, she's doing Deadpool so well. This is right up her alley. So, anyway, I love this issue. I thought it was really fun. I'm glad I'm picking it up. My expectations when we're here, but only because I was just like, I just can't. I don't want to not give it an unfair book chance. And now they've risen up because of this issue. So that's it for me. Joe, who do y'all think will make the 50 issue club next? Would have said Donnie Thor, but we know that that's going to happen. Jed McKay's Moon Knight.
If we're talking Marvel, Moon Knight, we're at 24. It's a good question. If you're talking, Marvel, it's got to be Moon Knight, right?
I mean,
if we're talking DC, I bet it's Nightwing. I bet it's Tom Taylor's Nightwing. But,
oh yeah, that's a no-brainer.
But yeah, if we're talking Marvel, I don't see. At least no one I'm pulling is anywhere near that, or should be.
Yeah,
I guess technically, technically, Chip and Chichetto are getting there, right? They got forced into a little bit of a split, but
yeah. The thing I would say about Moon Knight is that the only thing that could derail it is McKay writing Avengers and just his focus being there.
He's a big boy. He can handle 2 whole books.
I'm not saying he's not, but I'm just saying if there was ever an excuse, that's what it would be. All right, this one's gonna be quick and fast. Doctor Strange, issue number 4. I am out. Not that I don't like Wong. I think he was. Shut up. I thought it was fine, but I just don't care. I really liked issue 3. Issue 3 got me back in, and then we go here, and it's like we took an entire issue to explain that Wong's number one suspect of the Purple Dimension Sorcerer Supreme being killed is Sia, or whatever her name is. Chloe, or what's her name? What's Doctor Strange's wife?
Cleo.
That was close. Okay, cool. It just took us a whole issue for Wong to be like, I know who and it's her. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know. I'm just I like Scotty Young's take on Doctor Strange. And he was barely in the book, I don't know. I'm not, as much as I'm saying I love McKay's Avengers run and his Moon Knight run, Doctor Strange is just it's not hitting it for me. I don't know who should be writing Doctor Strange. Steve Orlando, maybe. But I'm just not feeling McKay's run. And I think I'm done. I'm not saying this was a bad issue. The issue was fine. It was perfectly fine. And the Alex Ross covers are great. But for me, and John, you're saying I actually like the perspective switch of the issue. Sure is taking its time picking up any steam though. Yeah. I think for me, the opposite is true. The perspective change for me just felt unnecessary, in my opinion. And just didn't do it for me. So I think this is where I jump off. If there was a reason to jump off for me, this is where it is.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was getting ahead in chat there.
No, you're good. Joe says, I love Jed's take on the Strange title, but I find myself loving it better as a binge read. I've been trade reading them since Death of Doctor Strange. And maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I just need to step away and read it when it's all unlimited or get it as a trade. And read it that way, because to me the narrative is too slow. It's just way too slow. So, Joe, I think the best writer for Doctor Strange would be. Ooh, I like that. I really like that.
Also, Joe called out that the next 50 might be Benjamin Percy's X-Force, which we're coming up on issue 40, 41.
Okay.
So
okay,
issue 41 comes out next week. So.
Well, I'm actually where we're at right now, and X-Force is pretty damn good. All right, let's talk about another McKay book, and that is Moon Knight issue number 24. I really didn't know what to expect with this issue, but I liked it. Was it confusing? Yes, but that was on purpose, and I think McKay, I think McKay did a great job of that, because when I was starting to get iffy on the issue, he showed clarity, like literally the next page. Like he was like, all right, this is where the reader's going to be like, I don't know if I should continue reading. And then you turn the page and you're like, oh shit. Yeah. So I liked it. I thought it was really fun. I liked the guessing game in it, and it felt right. But I will say at the beginning of, and if the book had stayed the way it was from the beginning and not having that tonal shift, then I'd be like, uh-oh, we've got our first issue of Moon Knight that I'm like, I don't know. But it was clearly a farce. It was clearly a mechanic that McKay was using to trick the reader, and I thought that was fantastic. So, yeah, trapped in a nightmare, or really trapped, not necessarily trapped in a nightmare, trapped in.
Nightmare. It was a nightmare because it was not real, but it was exactly what he wanted.
Right, which I thought was really cool. And we're taking a character that I didn't really know anything about, and
we've had that a few times, right? I mean, I think we're both pretty darn unfamiliar with Moon Knight's entire supporting cast of characters, and yet we're able to roll with each and every issue and not feel lost to the point of getting frustrated. So
yeah, the gallery is quite unknown for us, so I enjoyed it. I thought it was great, and the artwork was fantastic.
Even though it wasn't Capuccio too.
I know.
Really, what I was going to say is editing on this team on this book has done really great, because anytime we've had to have a sub, I actually think Sabatini has been the sub every single time. But it's been a good call, and the art matches up really well.
100%. Joe, who should be given the most credit for this Moon Knight run, the writing or the art? I love the glowing style art in this book. I would say,
it's got to be the powerful combination of both, right? Like,
so no, I think you're right, but let's just slow this down. So, Rainbow Rowell was on the Marvel podcast 2 weeks ago, and she talks about her She-Hulk run.
Okay.
And Rainbow, if you're watching this, we would love for you to be on the show. Just saying. Like, I'm trying to get you on the show so bad. I want you to be on the show. I want to talk to you about your amazing run on She-Hulk. Anyway, I never really thought, I guess I just never put any thought to this, but she said something that I was like, oh shit, that's right. When she writes her scripts, when any Marvel writer writes their scripts, they're writing to the artist. They're writing a script to the artist to make sure that the artist can convey exactly what they want to see. So I would say, selfishly, and I'm sure I'm wrong in this opinion, and anyone in chat can get mad at me, dispute me, I want to say it's McKay. Because but the other side of that coin is that whatever he's writing, the artist is able to depict it very well, and that's that's on them too. But at the same time, they're only able to depict it so well because McKay is giving them probably the utmost description of what he wants to see. So I am in the McKay camp. I'm in the writer camp.
I am literally, just to be the opposite, going to say it's 100% Capuccio in the art.
Okay. No, that's why there's two of us.
Without his art, you know what? I'm going to say it, and I'm going to double down and actually mean it. Would you still be reading this book right now if Junior had been on from book one?
Okay, fair point. But I don't think McKay's ever going to work with Junior.
This book would not be anything like it was if we had Junior on there.
Okay.
What's up, Calvin?
All right.
Did you get what's up, Dudley? Did you get Dudley in there?
Dudley's in there. I'm putting in Calvin right now. Calvin, Dudley, if you know, we are giving away 2 slabs tonight because we hit our 850 sub goal, and I will let you guys know later on what we're giving away at 950. And at 1,000. So Calvin is in. Where do we say? She-Hulk should be the next book to 50. I agree with you, John. And if it's not, it is a fucking travesty, and we will march to Marvel's headquarters.
Oh, yeah, march, all right.
I put the colorist. The colorist pops. Oh, Joe.
Oh, there you go, Joe.
All right. Well, it was good. I enjoyed it. XMen Red, issue number 12 from Al Ewing. What the fuck is going on? And I don't know if I mean that in a bad way. But what's going on? And I'm sure this is one of these issues that when we get to issue 12 or 13 or 14 or maybe even 15, we're like, oh, makes all the sense, right? But this is where that mechanic of like, you don't know, doesn't quite work, right?
Right.
Like there's mystery. All right, so we've got our 100 swords guy, and his army has fallen. Genesis is back, and she's got the fucking face staff that we had in Ten of Swords, or no, yeah, Ten of Swords, and it seems that she's corrupt by it, and she's conquering. I don't know. It just felt like a bit of a jumbled mess, and we don't say that a lot about Al Ewing's X-Men books. And I'm just holding out hope, and I think it's warranted that by issue 14 we'll know what the fuck's going on. But I think the execution of this being a mystery could have been done better, because right now it just feels like a flaming pile of like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I just found all of it to be quite strange to me that we're positioning Genesis with the Coven, with Orcus. It's like,
yeah, a lot of
like for
parts.
for 4 years now, we've had various super baddies assembling in the background, really like, we're getting going, we're coming for you, you know, Orcus isn't ready, but we're coming for you, and maybe we get a couple setbacks, but ultimately here we come. And then now it's like all of them are getting together at once, and like, wait, Genesis and presumably Apocalypse are going to side with Orcus, who want to eliminate mutant kind. Like, what?
Right. Well, and I think
maybe I just missed. Are we missing something?
No, I don't think we're missing something. I think what it is again, it's this mystery, this mystery mechanic that we see in comics a lot, right? And there's ways to do it really well, and then there's ways to just overcomplicate things, right? And I think that's where we're at in this book. And shit, I had something, and now it's gone.
And it's gone.
What was it? You said it. I think we're assembling so many different characters to be the reason why Krakoa falls, and I guess in theory that makes sense, right? You're taking out an entire mutant nation and planet. You're going to need a big team, but it just feels hodgepodge together. It feels like we're just kind of grabbing different toys and like, all right, now you're in this universe, you know, and you're gonna be part of it, and it just feels sloppy. That's what it was. What I was gonna say is, it feels like, like you're saying, like, obviously Genesis and potentially Apocalypse have been duped by the magic users of Earth, right, and Orcus.
Really?
It's well, that's what I'm saying.
They're the ones that got duped. Like,
well, that's what I'm trying to say.
Supposed to be the end all be all of mutant badass.
I understand that, and you're right, and that's why I feel like it's sloppy, because that's what we're presented at the end of this book is like, oh, Orcus's magic users have somehow coerced Genesis into becoming evil again, right? And it's clear that she's under some kind of some kind of spell. But logically, and this is so stupid to say because we're talking about comics, but like you just said, like Genesis and Apocalypse are the upper echelon, the omegas of omegas of mutantdom, right? They're the grandparents essentially. So how did they get duped so easily? And does it make sense? My feeling at the moment is it's not going to, and it's going to feel incredibly forced. And I think that sucks for Al Ewing, because Al Ewing's story has been very, very clean and very precise. And this mechanic to me feels incredibly sloppy and feels forced. Now, Al Ewing could come out tomorrow and go, I just watched Two Fat Guys Plus, and they talked about my book, and it's bullshit. I've been planning this for years and blah, blah, blah. You know, whatever.
Totally.
But that's the perception. So that's just me. Knox, what's up? We have you in our giveaway winners, or not, our giveaway circle to potentially win some slabs. Thank you for being here. Knowing nothing about Moon Knight, y'all are making me want to read it. We know nothing about Moon Knight, and it's like you're right there. Like, go do it. It's amazing. Pause all other books until She-Hulk reaches 50. Reaches 50. Keep everything at 49. 100%, Patty. Joe just watched the Zeb Wells Spider-Man. We'll make it Oh, it's being released twice a week, and give it time. We'll be
Stop.
going weekly for 3. Fuck off, dude. I love you, Joe. John, agree, Patty. They can do 49.1, 49.2, etc. until Shield catches up and then surpasses 100%. John, that would make for a memorable period of Marvel Comics. Joe, I just got my trade for Exterminators and read it, but damn, I want more comics to be drawn. They're female characters like that. Yeah, dude, the artwork in that book was fantastic, and they do it for Nightwing's butt all the time. Yeah.
His butt.
All right, let's move on to our DC book of the week, or the only DC book this week, and that is Dawn of DC Green Lantern issue number 2, Planet Earth Quarantined. What'd you think?
I think the book itself, the contents of the book were okay. I'd say a B for me.
Okay.
But I will go ahead and say right now, this book gets an F for me. For leaving, and this is not a Green Lantern F, by the way. This is a editorial F. This is a DC F.
Okay.
But leaving the book on 2, because we've got a backup story here, which I don't know if you've messed with or not.
No, I read it.
Okay. I'm just making sure because this is what's leading
so
into
little
Phil
of me.
Kennedy Johnson.
Like, I don't read backups.
You don't.
I read this one.
But we're essentially leaving this book into cliffhangers that we're not going to get until like September.
Oh,
or
yes.
one cliffhanger we're not going to get a resolution until September, and then one we're not going to even be mentioning about or talking about, which is the John Stewart story. Like that's really frustrating. That's really weird, and I don't like it. I am glad that we are still doing this Emerald Knight sort of thing where John like hits the staff and turns like all gold. Like that's, I mean, not all gold, all green, like green chrome. Like that's pretty wild from the previous run. But
it's green.
Green, yes, green.
Just saying, book's name is Green Lantern, not gold.
Green.
Get your shit together. Know your
Can
colors.
you say it again? Don't need to say it again.
He's green.
I did find this book fairly humorous. I really liked the interaction with him and what's his name, Wallog or whatever. Kilowog. That's it.
Aren't you supposed to be like a Green Lantern, like aficionado now?
Literally
like,
not at
all
all.
the runs.
Like I've read none of them.
Okay.
I literally have finished one run, and it was the previous one. And that one was awful. And then I read Far Sector, which is the greatest one of all time, and all the rest of them don't matter. But what did you think? I mean, it's B. It's a B for me. It was okay. He's asleep at the wheel, folks.
No. I'm trying to think.
No.
You've reminded me because like I read the book and I remember having these feelings, and then it went away because like I did other shit today. I'm already not excited and dislike this Night Terror shit for exactly what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
This is issue 2 when we're already like, hey, event tie-in. I'm like, what the fuck? We just started. And it's because DC all summer is doing Night Terrors. Guys, it's summer. It's not even fucking Halloween. Wouldn't you do Night Terrors near October? Like, what are we doing? Here's what I'll say. Sorry. The backup was better than the first story.
The backup was better than the first story. I agree.
The backup was better than the first story.
It's easy for me to say that, but it is quite shocking.
Exactly.
Quite shocking for you to read a backup.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I was so pissed. Or not pissed. I was so just off my game that I read the backup because I was so dissatisfied with how the first part of this book ended that I was like, I'm gonna read the fucking backup. I already read the first part. I wasn't gonna read it. And I was like, no, I'm fucking pissed because Night Terrors is literally ruining our DC section of our show. Because we're gonna be reading, and I'm sorry, if you're super stoked for Night Terrors and you're buying all of them and you're spending $272 to pick up every Night Terrors book, good on you. But
Good on
I salute you, but I am so not ready or give a shit about Night Terrors.
Yeah.
And this only confirms it, because when I saw that, I was like, continued in Green Lantern's Night Terror. I was like, I don't care. I don't. And you know why I don't care? Because DC fucked death metal.
All right.
I'm still griping on that, because it's like, hey, here is this game-changing event that's going to change the DC universe. Next thing, what was right after Night Death? It was supposed to be 5G, but then it was
Future State.
Future State. Everything that happened in the book doesn't matter, blah, you know. And so, like, why should I give a shit about Night Terrors? You're only gonna you're gonna change it within a month after it's over. Like, I just don't care.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be a positive show. The backup was fantastic. It was amazing. Give me that. Philip Kennedy Johnson killing it. So there it is. All right, let's talk about this book. Let's talk about a book. Let's talk about a book that nobody knew was coming. It was on nobody's radar. It's Void Rivals.
You mean I pre-ordered it and I told you to get it? Is that what you meant to say?
I can't. Can anybody hear Nate's mic? I can't hear Nate. Like, I think Nate's mic is out. Anyway, Void Rivals. Okay, well, hold on. You knew about it, but you didn't know what. Hold on here, dude. Okay. Don't make me pull out my Patty's accent. Okay,
No,
right there.
No, you're confusing accents again, but it's okay.
Why? Poutine.
It's fine. Poutine. Poutine.
Okay, there, bud. Listen.
Jesus Christ.
You had it. Okay, yes, you had it pre-ordered. But did you know what this book was?
Yes. Oh, are you talking about no. So
no.
I saw this book,
right,
and was like, this looks like sci-fi. That looks pretty cool. Who's the creative team? Saw Kirkman and was like, I'm interested. Number one, Image, Kirkman, Skybound. We haven't really seen Skybound stuff for a while. I looked at the description and it was like, this book is the launching pad for a brand new Image multiverse where tons of stories are going to collide. And I said, ding, 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 ding. That's the number one I need to have. Even if I don't like it, it's going to be worth the penny. So I got it. That's why I picked it up. Now, did I know the little bit of extras? No.
And they're not little
don't
extras.
Judge my A's. I cannot. I cannot. I'm thousands of miles away. I cannot. Literally.
Listen here. Before we even. It's not even the halftime, dude. This is like the show's almost over. But anyway, hold on. Let's get to chat before we dive in. But
okay. All right.
I like what you're putting down. I like what you're laying down there.
You smell
DC is going to lose the positive momentum they finally had. Night Terrors better not affect Superman book. I hope not, but I'm sure it will.
It is. Every single book is crossing over. Every single.
And that's why I'm upset about it. John, I agree with you on those three, Joe, but Peacemaker is my favorite book. And Joe said, I just lost it. Hey, sometimes they do Christmas in July. Scary time can be anytime. Yeah, okay. My top three, Joe says, is Donna DC books are Superman, Doom Patrol, and Action Comics. I would agree with that. I actually like that top three, Joe. John, I agree with you. Okay, you said that. There's more to meets the eye with Void Rivals. Yep. We're going to have to agree to disagree. People get so caught up over continuity when I just want fun little books. Hey, man, Disciple, you're there, and I respect that. I feel burned. I think it's in the reference to.
Can't wait for Night Terrors. I don't even like Joshua Williams, but I've got high hope.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like the way DC runs events feels so much more unconsequential, even though they're like, you gotta read this. If you don't, you're gonna be lost. And it's like, what does it matter? You're gonna change it in 3 months, if not sooner. Like with death metal, it literally changed in a month. Like it was just like, never mind, and like, what are we doing? So, but that I digress. You're 100% right. Okay, yeah, we got the A. Okay, halftime question from Joe. Let's get the and then let's hold on. Let's not do that. Joe, go ahead and put the halftime question in.
He's already put it in.
You already put it in.
It's up there.
Let's-
Halftime question. We are
Go
about to take a few months break on most of DC books for the Night Terrors event. So it looks like halftime for DC. What is your top 3 Dawn of DC books so far?
Okay, and then I answered that. Okay, so I am going to just copy Joe because I like Joe's.
Okay.
I just think I think I like Superman. Doom Patrol is fucking amazing. And Action Comics has got me buying other Superman books. Like, I just think it's... For me, that's where it's at. Though, I will say, if there was one book to break the top 3 in that sense, it'd be Green Arrow. Because...
Green Arrow, yeah.
I mean, dude, talk about a character I know diddly squat about, and you're making me love it. 2 issues in.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say for me, Dawn of DC. It's Superman, so the Williamson Jamal Campbell one,
Mm-hmm.
then Action Comics, and
Okay.
then Green Arrow.
Then Green Arrow. Okay.
No. Yeah, then Green Arrow.
Hmm.
But Doom Patrol's a really tight 4th. But it is 4th. It is 4th
Yeah.
for me.
Okay. All right.
But I think right now the biggest winner by far are just Superman comics in general. And I'll tell you why. I literally just bought a hardcover Superman book during the show because I got an alert that it was on like super sale from a local vendor.
Super sale.
I'm so excited about reading like old school continuity Superman, like John Byrne on like actual Crisis on Infinite Earths reset. And it's part of it is just because of how well Superman is doing right now and how exciting it is to like want to learn about all of this stuff, all this Superman stuff.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I would say Superman, the Superman family, the Super family in general, that whole collection of books. I mean, I'm picking up Superboy, I'm picking up Steel. I mean, it's wild that the super team is doing so fantastic in Dawn of DC.
Right.
We just need to try to get some other books there.
Joe asks, where does Shazam land for y'all? We missed the show last week. So
I'll be right back.
I'm on the fence with Shazam. I mean I'm intrigued, but I'm also kind of like meh, you know? I don't know. The artwork obviously is fantastic, and I like Mark Waid's his writing style, but I don't know. Like Shazam for me right now is just not. I guess I expected more, but I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect what we're getting, if that makes any sense. Like I just don't really care about this, even though it's pretty. What up, Stefan? Let me get you into the spinny wheel thing. We had 850 subscribers, and now you are entered to win a slab, maybe even 2. So let me get you in there. PNAN. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like the book itself feels incredibly too molded after the most recent Shazam movie. And I know I am a person that has said that I wouldn't mind my comics morphing into the movies, but when the DC movies are that bad, I don't want to read about bad storylines. So, and I'm sure that's unfair, but I don't know. I didn't like it. Superman, Man of Steel, I think it was my mini for the 80s, but that was my Superman introduction. And so I'm so grateful for that. And I believe that was the John Burns run. I'm not one of the dope showrunners, but I thought Shazam issue 2 was amazing, or was much more intriguing than issue 1, still following the same story, but the dinosaur goofiness and Psycho Pirate were all handled well. No, I did like that. I don't know. It's a game time decision for me for Shazam, because we did get the space dinosaurs again in issue 2. We got a space dinosaur lawyer, which was kind of cool. It's wacky. It's weird. I just don't know. I don't know.
Who originally asked? I'm trying to look. Joe.
About Shazam?
We actually did do Shazam on the show because I do remember having a quote unquote Nathan rant about it. So I'm not sure when it came out, but go check out the Sunday after. But I remember feeling so betrayed by that book because it started out with him fighting space traveling T-Rexes, and then it turned out to be a misunderstanding, and they sat down and had tea together. That's fucking amazing. Like that is peak comic books. But then the rest of it was just like him being a 12-year-old teenage boy, like
Well, that's what Shazam is.
getting yeah, and that's why it's shit. The fact that we've been doing this for 80 years is insane to me. Like insane that we've been doing the same bullshit for 80 years.
Oh, we got to clip
bad
that
story.
If somebody clip that. That was
someone said it too. Disciple, still following the same story, but the dinosaur goofiness plus Psycho Pyro. I'll read issue 2. I mean, shit, I'll read issue 2 if it's something that people are liking, because I want to cover books that you guys want us to cover. But just get prepared for me to get.
There's the rant.
Overly dramatic. God damn it.
That was pretty good.
All
right, let's get to Void Rivals and then we'll jump back into chat because I feel like
Someone said something good about Void Rivals.
Someone did.
Looking for. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, let's go over it.
Talk about it.
Okay, so Void Rivals. So, like you said, you knew that there was something special going on here, but we didn't know exactly what was going on. So IDW loses their they can no longer publish Transformers. They've lost the rights to Transformers and G.I. Joes.
Yeah.
And Kirkman picks it up because the dude grew up watching these things and probably, he has the toys if he read the notes at the end of it. And so, bada boom, we have Void Rivals. We have Void Rivals, and we are introducing a new verse where Transformers, G.I. Joes, and this new group of characters that Kirkman is creating coexist in one universe. Now, this is where you would say something is going on between comic book writers and the movie studio. And I say that if you've seen Transformers, the new movie, you know the big spoiler at the end, which is Hasbro is integrating their properties to work together. And there was an OG, I think there was an OG, I'm almost positive there's an OG comic where Transformers and G.I. Joes coexisted. So it's not like it's a new idea. But it's a new idea for present day comics and movies. So if you didn't know, if you haven't watched the new Transformers movie, the concept of the G.I. Joe organization has been introduced in the Transformer universe. One of the main characters in the movie has been invited to join a group called the G.I. Joes. So Hasbro is already starting to mix and match again.
Wait, did you say that happened in the movie?
Yes. So, yep.
Oh, shit.
So one of the, and again, if you haven't seen the movie yet, I don't want to spoil it. So here's spoilers, but essentially one of the main character in the movie, the guy is an army specialist. And so, he does this thing with the Transformers, saves the world, yada, yada, yada. The government's starting the G.I. Joe program. They invite him in. Too bad they ruined Snake Eyes. There is time to redeem. Anyway, so again, is it coincidence that Kirkman is now writing a book where G.I. Joe, Transformers, and his new group of characters are coexisting? I don't think so. And I don't think it's a bad thing. If we're going to see these characters coexist again in comics, if there's one or a group of people that I want to see writing it, it's Kirkman and now Daniel Warren Johnson.
Yeah.
Because, so anyway, essentially in the book we find out that the Transformers are in this universe. G.I. Joes haven't necessarily been introduced quite yet into the Void Rivals, but I'm sure we're going to get them soon. Am I intrigued by this concept? 100%. I grew up watching Transformers. I grew up playing with Transformers. I grew up playing with G.I. Joes. I'm about it. Do I like this new group of characters that Kirkman's creating? I am intrigued. I want to see where it goes. I'm pulling it. It's on my pull list. I'm not going to give it an issue 2 to see and wait and find out. It's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest thing I think that I like about this whole concept is Kirkman's willingness to get comic book shops on board and just saying, follow me. Just follow me. Put some faith into me. You're going to love it. And if you don't, fuck you. And some shops didn't pick it up. Some shops were like, Kirkman's washed. His better days are behind him. Luckily for us, our shop, Ron, picked it up. And so they've got all the materials. They've got all the, it's fucking awesome. And so I liked it. They had Kirkman made a video specifically for every shop that picked this up, including Collected. And so I have the video, I just haven't downloaded it, but Ron sent me the video that Kirkman made for Collected. So pretty damn cool. I'm all in. And then the big, huge reveal at the end that we're getting 2 G.I. Joe comics and we're getting 1 major, awesome Transformer comic from Daniel Warren Johnson. If you have not seen this dude's Instagram, he has been laying down some awesome Optimus Prime artwork. And he's like, oh, I'm at convention. Yeah, bullshit, dude. You're getting ready to write this fucking awesome comic where we're going to see Optimus Prime do a power bomb. Like, it's gonna happen, guys. Like, it's gonna be fucking awesome. So overall, pick of the week, pick of the huh?
So me too, by the way.
Pick of the week, pick a comic book moment of the year. So far is got to be Void Rivals, so I'm gonna push the button.
That's the gas. Pick of the week.
I think it's a no-brainer. You know, you've got it. I'm not saying we don't have excitement in the comic book world right now, but this is really fucking cool. We had talked about the rumors of Kirkman potentially picking up Transformers, and lo and behold, here it is. And now we've got DWJ. Transformer has me so hyped. Like, fuck, dude, it's gonna be so cool. Like, I'm about it. So about it.
There were, this is not a joke, there are maybe 3 creators of all time that could have gotten me to pick up a Transformers book. and they got them. They did it. I'm picking up a Transformers book.
Yeah.
I mean, that is dumb. Big brain dumb for me. I just never been a Transformers guy. I didn't grow up with it. I never played with the toys. I never watched the show. For whatever reason, it just missed my life. But you put Daniel Warren Johnson on, a Winnie the Pooh book, and I'm gonna read it. So you put him on Transformers, I'll read that too.
Disciple, no, I asked for the video because we're gonna do a video on it, a separate video just talking about how cool this is outside of the live show. So I asked Ron to send me the video that Kirkman made. So that's why I have it. I probably shouldn't have it, but I have it. Let's see here. Pascal as Zero or Zorro. I'm super excited for Joshua Williams' Cobra Commander. I mean, again, I like G.I. Joe. I was never that immersed in the G.I. Joe universe, but I'm gonna check those out. Like, I'm definitely checking those out. We'll give it a couple issues. I'm excited to get excited about these whole franchises again since I was a kid. You're right there. My shop didn't get this book. Never heard of it till people talked about it Wednesday on YouTube. Hopefully I can find this book. Joe,
we can get you a copy of this book.
We can get you a copy. We can definitely get you a copy. Send us your address. Yeah.
Because Ron knew what was up, and Ron bought in. So
Ron bought in.
We can definitely get you a copy.
Adding all of the books in Ingrin's universe to my pool, or Energon, yeah. G.I. Joe versus Transformers by Tom Squall is dope. Yeah, see, like, I remember that. There was a versus. I remember seeing that when I was a kid. But yeah, Joe, let us know. We'll get you a copy for sure. All right, go ahead and talk to us about your little trade. That's really your pick of the week.
Yeah. Well, no. Void Rivals definitely. But because John suggested it, I picked up Night Fever. So this is an independently sitting book. This doesn't have anything to do with like Reckless or Criminals or any of their other stuff. But this book was wild, man. This is essentially a book about a guy who is in the 70s works with a publishing house.
Thanks, Rick.
Sells the rights to his book to like foreign entities. So he's in France, selling the rights to a couple of American books to French publishers, and they're at like a big convention and stuff. Like, he sees one of his writers there. And basically this is the story of a guy who's like 45 years old, and all of a sudden just kind of realizes that his life is mundane. He's not interested in it, and he's bored, and he doesn't understand how he ended up where he's at. And he just sort of decides to ride a high and just live his life while he's in France. And what that does is takes him on a journey where he ends up impersonating a hitman on accident, winning $10,000 at a poker tournament, and then accidentally bludgeoning a security guard to death with a trophy. And the biggest part is that he somehow gets away with all of it and gets to get back home. So the story itself is quite an overly dramatic tell of a story that just kind of hit me in the gonads as a 33-year-old who's not super happy with like where they're at in their work life, you know, and like it's kind of chosen to live life by the balls a little bit and just be like, I'm going to do what I want to do. And now I'm going, oh God, maybe I just need to sit at home and read comic books and not ever do anything ever again. I don't want to end up like this guy. Except, of course, if you're looking for a moral in the story, the moral is that he gets away with it. So maybe I should do that. But I also don't want to like murder anyone on accident.
Please don't.
Anyway, if you've read anything from Brubaker and Phillips, which I had only read, I think I've read the first arc of Criminal, and that's it. But this was my first. I'm just going to call this my first exposure to them, and this is phenomenal. Having a beginning, end, middle, universe, everything story where there's nothing else in the world but this right here. And I don't have to worry about continuity or anything else. I sat down and read this in an hour. I mean, and it was amazing. It's really good. So,
nice.
Pick of the week number 2, if you want to call it that. But if you do like their stuff and didn't get this one, get this one.
Okay. Cool. Oh, did you see what Joe said about the hardcover thing?
Ed can do no wrong. I wonder why he does just direct hardcovers. That has been their niche since like 2012. So for over 10 years now. And I'm man, I don't know. I kind of love it. I kind of wish we would do this a little bit more with comics. I'm not saying get rid of singles, but more comics, especially Hickman should never release a single issue comic book ever. For any reason. He should never.
Literally next week is
I know, and it shouldn't. It shouldn't be though. Because
okay.
He turns in a script that's probably 180 pages long and tells Marvel, cut it up to whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit. It's one story. And Marvel's like, oh, we got to figure out how to make this into 6 issues. And like they probably cut it up and then tell him, hey man, like, can we get a pretend ending to the issue here or something? And he's like, nah. I mean, it's just those types of writers. That's great writing, right? Like we all love Hickman, but he should not be writing single issue comic books. That's not his style. Ryan North going and doing things that some people in the world like with Fantastic Four. Let him keep writing the single issue comic books, but not Hickman.
Okay, all right.
Fair
enough. Far enough. All right, guys, let's get to what everybody's really here for.
I'm kind of like all in now.
Let's get into what everybody's really here for. They don't want to hear us talk about comics.
They want free shit.
They want free shit. So we're gonna spin this wheel. So I'm gonna set a timer, 1 minute. Get in. If you're currently watching and you have not said anything in chat yet, go ahead and say something in chat so that we can get this going. Right? I want you to be able to be answered. So you have 1 minute. Start. Make sure that you are already in there. Because once I spin this wheel, everyone that has said something in chat has been entered in to win a potential slab tonight. We're giving away 2 slabs tonight. We're giving away the Green Lantern #1 retail incentive with John Stewart on the cover, and then the first cameo appearance of Miracle Molly 9.8 from CBCS. So make sure you're there. You got 30 seconds to make sure that you have typed something in the chat, if not already. Make sure, but we are here to hear y'all talk about comics.
I know we were being silly.
Yeah, we're just giving you a hard time. Just give you a little hard time. All right, here we go. 15 seconds. Well, less than that. Almost 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Our first giveaway. The first one will be the Green Lantern. James Phillips.
Ooh.
That you just made it, dude.
Woo. Got in there.
All right, let me sure I got your name right. All right, here we go. Giving it away. Give these guys a great Father's Day gift by hitting that button, that like button. Please do. All right, here we go. We're spinning the wheel in 3, 2, 1. Winner of the first slab is Grayson.
Grayson.
You have won our Green Lantern 9.8 retail incentive. You won the big one, the 850. There it is. What you got? What are you doing?
Oh, just keep going. Talking to Joe.
Okay. So we've given away that one. All right. Batman 6. All right, Grayson, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take you out of this one since you won one, okay? What are you doing?
I'm talking to just keep going.
Okay.
Joe asked if these are all comics. No, but these are right here. Can't see.
What are you okay, he's just like
right here.
doing weird shit over
These
there.
are-
All right, let's get away this
Those
first
are
cameo
books.
appearance. First cameo appearance of Miracle Molly. Here we go, guys. We're spinning it in 3, 2, 1.
Who's gonna get the Molly? Who's gonna get?
Who's gonna get the Molly? Holden,
Holden.
you won,
Not
sir.
the Molly.
You got the Molly. So, Grayson and Holden, what we need you to do is send us. And Grayson, haven't we sent you something before? I don't remember if we have or not. If we haven't, we forgot. I apologize. But make sure to send us your address over at 2fatguyspoolist. No, 2fatguyspoolist at gmail.com and send us your address so that we can get these shipped to you ASAP. And congratulations to both of you. Okay, let's go ahead and talk through this really quick one more time before we take off. That is, we hit 950 subs. We're giving away a Ryan Stegman spoiler variant, King in Black #5. We will be giving this away at 950. Now, if we can hit 950 by next show, okay, so we're only asking for another 100 people to subscribe. If we hit that 100, where'd it go? Did I already put it away because I know it's not going to work? Okay. If we can hit 950 subscribers by next show, I am seriously going to give away this CGC graded 9.8 Thor #1 Nick Klein sketch cover with Donny Cates' signature on it. Okay. If we hit 950 by next week, I'm giving this away. If we don't hit 950 by next week, we'll put this away. We'll put it back in the vault and we'll take it back out again for 2,000 subs. But prove me wrong. Let's hit 950. I will give this away next week if we hit it. All right. Please, please, please. That's going to do it for this live show. What an amazing show. Had a good time. Give away 2 slabs. Don't forget, Grayson and Holden, to send us your addresses via our email at 2fatguyspoolist@gmail.com so we can get these things shipped out to you right away. Also, Nate, don't we have a box that needs to go to Patty? Okay, and Patty, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember. Did you send us another address to send it to in the U.S. already?
In the States, yep. You
Did he? Okay, if you have, we apologize. We're gonna get that out to you when we send these out. Okay, because we got to get you that. Because it's been sitting in Nate's room forever. We're gonna do it. So we will get that sent to you. So everyone that want a slab, be prepared to see it in the mailbox here very soon. Thank you, everybody that watched this episode live. And if you're watching this as a past episode and you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. It'll be much appreciated. And we will see you guys this coming Tuesday. We'll have a new jam-packed new comic book day video for you. We got a lot of books to come out, a lot of new #1s coming out. It's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy. So be prepared. 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, that video will drop. New comic book day video to get you ready for Wednesday so you know what to go pick up. All right. We'll see you guys live next Sunday to talk about all of those books. And we'll talk about a lot more. So as always, guys, be kind to one another and read more comics. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Later. Whew, that was good. See you guys. Bye. Patty, we'll get you that slab. I promise. We're going to do it. I think you did send us that, so we'll get that taken care of. Later, guys.